Baby, baby, come here. Sit down, pour yourself something because this cup is full today. What do you call a woman who spent an entire year looking into every camera she could find, telling the whole world that her man is the wealthiest, most generous man she has ever been with? And then the messiest mouth on the entire internet, Tasha K herself, gets on camera and says, and I quote, Papoose ain't got no money. She's paying him to walk beside her in the ring. Baby, let that sit in your spirit for a second because today we are not just talking about an affair. We are talking about a side chick sitting pretty in Hawaii. We are talking about Remy Ma, the ex-wife, spilling the entire bottle of wine. We are talking about Tasha K's little fake apology with the $600 an hour lawyers. And we are talking about a woman who may have paid for the man, paid for the story, and is about to pay for the heartbreak too. So grab your cup. Because this one's going to burn on the way down. Welcome back to Shella Elite Baby. You know how we do it. We don't gossip, we examining. Now here is where we are. Tasha K, a woman who has been sued into her next 3 lifetimes for the things that come out of her mouth, just went on camera and said 3 things. 1, Papoose is broke. 2, Claressa is the one funding his little ring walks. And 3, there is another woman and she is in Hawaii sitting pretty. And then, baby, then she turned around and apologized, sort of. We'll get to that sort of. So here is the question I want you holding in your hand the whole way through. Is this an affair scandal? Or is this the exact day the whole fantasy finally cracked wide open in public for everybody to see? Let's read it.
When my lawyers hit me and I saw the 6 I was like, I didn't say nothing about her marijuana thing. Only thing I did was post about it. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm generally getting mad. Like, why is she mad? Because I'm reporting that she's, one of Papoose's chicks, and she's paying him, to come out and walk beside her and be in the ring. And Papoose ain't got no money like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Papoose ain't got no money. I'm like, why is she so mad? So when I saw the caption, I was like, I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Baby, did you hear that? For a full year, Claressa told us this man takes care of everything. Flights, hotels, purses, everything. He's the provider. He's the wealthiest man she's ever touched. That was the whole story. That was the fairy tale she was selling. And now Tasha K, of all the people on God's green earth, is telling us the man is broke, that Claressa is the one paying him to stand next to her in that ring and look important. Now listen to me. When even Tasha K, a woman who gets sued for breakfast, a woman whose entire brand is being reckless with the truth, is willing to go on record and say, your man doesn't have a dollar to his name, baby, that is not a rumor anymore. That is a receipt. With a witness attached to it, 2 women on complete opposite ends of the internet who agree on absolutely nothing, both landed on the same fact. The money is flowing out of Claressa, not toward her. And a man who takes your money and calls it love, baby, that man is not a partner. He's an expense. But here's what makes this juicier. Because right after Tasha said all of this, she did the one thing she almost never does. She apologized. And baby, the reason why is messier than the affair itself.
Thing was posted alleging that Claressa smoked on our platform, and that is not true. To my knowledge, Claressa hasn't smoked any weed. To my knowledge, Papoose didn't give her any weed. And so that was damaging, right? And so I apologize for that, Claressa, and apologize that came out on my platform. And so we have since changed the caption to something that was directed at what was in the content. And I told my team, don't be adding nothing extra. Don't be adding that. I know you're messy. I know, that's why I hired y'all, but don't add nothing extra because then it costs me extra. And then I got to pay these lawyers, and these lawyers be $600 an hour. $600.
Baby, did you catch what that was? Because that was not an apology. Watch it again. She walks back the weed claim. She says her team added it, not her. She says she told them don't add nothing extra. And then in the same breath, she reminds everybody that her lawyers cost her $600 an hour. Baby, That was not remorse. That was a woman doing damage control with a calculator in one hand. She didn't apologize because she felt bad. She apologized because it was getting expensive. She apologized to Clarissa's lawyers. She did not apologize to Claressa. There is a very big difference between "I'm sorry I hurt you" and "I'm sorry this is costing me money." And baby, every word out of her mouth was the second one. When somebody says sorry and mentions their legal bill in the very same sentence, they are not sorry, baby. They are scared. That's not an apology. That's an invoice. But here's the part everybody skated right past. She took back the weed. She did not take back the other woman. She let that one just sit there. And that woman, baby, that woman is in Hawaii.
Story on her being in Hawaii with Papoose, right? And Papoose's side chick allegedly popped up and said, "I'm in Hawaii staying pretty too." Now, Remy Ma has already spilled the wine on Claressa not being the only one and how desperate she's been over having Papoose by her side. I mean, she is, what do you call it? Like the greatest fighter, whatever, boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not negating what she's done, but she's obviously number one in her class. And so she's been winning a lot of belts, and she's that chick, right? I wouldn't want to fight her. I'm gonna stay in the house. I ain't getting out of the car.
Okay, baby, this is the part that made me put my cup down. So Clarissa's out in Hawaii with Papoose, living the little dream, posting the little pictures. And the alleged side chick pops up and says, "I'm in Hawaii sitting pretty too," in the same place at the same time. Baby, that's not a coincidence. That's a scheduling conflict, but that is not even the dagger. Here's the dagger. Remy Ma, the EX wife, has already spilled the wine. She already said Claressa is not the only one and that Claressa has been desperate to keep Papoose by her side. And baby, let me tell you what every single competitor got wrong. They danced around the mystery woman for 10 whole minutes, 10 minutes of who could she be? We may never know. And they never once said the loudest name in the entire room. Remy Ma, the ex-wife, the woman who was married to him, when the ex-wife herself is the one warning you, baby, that is not tea. That is a public service announcement, and Claressa hit ignore. A side chick sitting pretty in Hawaii and an ex-wife spilling wine on national record. Baby Claressa didn't get herself a boyfriend. She signed up for a group project, and she's the only one doing the work. So why, baby? Why is this brilliant, undisputed gold medal winning woman still out here defending this man with her whole chest? Let's read that part of the cup because it's the saddest part. Baby, I have to slow all the way down here because this part is not funny. This part is not tea. This part hurts. Claressa once said, Papoose is the first man who ever genuinely loved her. And baby, that one sentence explains this entire mess because when a woman tells you a man is the first to ever truly love her, she is not telling you how much love he gives. She is telling you how starved she has been her whole life. And people who have been starved of love, baby, they don't always recognize when they're being handed crumbs and told it's a full meal. She is not defending a man. She is defending a feeling, the feeling of finally being chosen. And that feeling is so precious to her that she will look past the broke, past the side chick, past the ex-wife, past all of it just to keep holding on to it. When the messiest woman on the entire internet is the one accidentally telling you the truth, baby, the problem was never the messenger. The problem is that Claressa already knows. She just isn't ready to say it out loud yet. Okay, baby, drink up. We're at the bottom of the cup, so tell me in the comments. Do you believe Tasha K for Auntie in her life, or is she just stirring the pot again for the views? I want to hear it. Be honest. And before I go, one thing, woman to woman, Claressa Shields is one of the greatest athletes this generation will ever see. 2 Olympic golds, undisputed, a legend in that ring. She deserves a man who matches her fire, her sacrifice, and her bank account. What she does not deserve, baby, is a man she has to fund, defend, and forgive while another woman sits pretty in Hawaii. That's not a partner. That's a project you keep losing money on. If this cup hit the spot, you already know. Like it, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to check her man's receipts too. And baby, Next episode, we go all the way in on Remy Ma because that woman has been quiet through this entire thing. And her silence, baby, her silence has been screaming louder than anybody. Until next time, this is Shella. And the cup never lies.